yeah, Colton called Jordan out and was like, "You're a clown." Hey guys, it's Viv
and G.
Welcome to our channel. So we just finished watching episode 4, and it pretty much, the episode starts with last week's cocktail hour.
Yeah.
Some funny parts of this cocktail hour. Becca gave Jordan these golden shorts.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like
literally
booty
like
shorts.
Golden like this shorts.
Booty shorts. And he's like, "Oh, I'm the golden boy."
His head definitely went like this when she gave them to him.
Then, right, I think it was right after that, we see David come back, and he broke his nose, so imagine what he looks like.
Yeah, I mean, like we said last time, we were hoping that it wasn't gonna be that bad and they were just making it more dramatic, but his nose did look a little messed up, and he had so much bruising
And
like
swelling around his nose. Oh,
we feel so bad. But we're glad he's okay, and we're glad that he's back. And Becca did a really nice thing for him. Instead of him sitting through the rest of the cocktail hour and sitting through or standing through the rose ceremony, she ended up taking him aside, talking with him, and she felt confident enough in their relationship where she was just like, okay, here's your rose, go to bed, relax. So I thought that was really nice of her.
it was really nice, especially because he couldn't even stay for the rose ceremony, so that was really sweet. So once David got the rose, and before the rose ceremony, of course, David and Jordan
Have to go at it. Like always, David can't let
again.
anything go.
I'm like, "David, shut up, zip it, go home."
Yeah, like I don't know if he's like trying to get his spot in paradise already or what's going on, but David, I think you're secure. Like,
Yeah, seriously.
him and Jordan, like totally both going to paradise, can totally
Oh
see
my
that
gosh,
happening.
yeah, for sure.
So yeah, they were both kind of annoying during that. You know, David was kind of throwing the rose in Jordan's face, and then Jordan is just, you know, big cocky person, and he's just, I think he said something along the lines of, "Oh, I beat out male models for roles all the time, so I can beat out these guys." Like,
You need to stop with the modeling. I get it. I'm so happy you love and you're super passionate about your career. No one cares.
yeah.
Like, stop.
And this show's not about modeling. Sorry, it's about finding love. Love.
So during tonight's first rose ceremony, we had 2 guys go home. We had Mike go home.
And our Cape Cod boy, Ryan. They didn't get any airtime, and that's all the airtime they're getting for us too. So, moving on.
Sorry.
So now the guys are headed out of the mansion to Park City, Utah, where Becca has 2 one-on-ones and 1 big group date. So to get started, her first one-on-one this week was with Garrett.
Oh my gosh, one of my favorites.
Yes. So finally, first impression Rose Garrett gets his one-on-one.
And it was cute. Tonight's date was super cute. Their one-on-one,
Yeah.
fireworks. So the day started with them kind of walking around this little old school town, super cute. You could tell that they're just like goofy together. Like they feel super comfortable. The chemistry is like just natural. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it was so nice, and they both kind of reminisced about their own hometowns and how it was very similar to the one that they were walking through, and they were just totally connecting, and it was really great to see. Something that was really nice to see as well from Becca, and she said this kind of before, I think, that Garrett really reminds her of her dad, which means a lot to her because her dad did pass. And she felt like her dad was with her on that date, kind of like approving of him, which was really nice.
That was super sweet. So the day proceeded after their nice little venture through the town with a bobsledding event, which I thought was super cool.
Yes.
Like, who gets to go bobsledding?
Yeah, that was insane. And they had 2 of the Olympic medalist girls there who are actually married, which was so cute, their little love story. So they went with them and it looked like really fun.
Hell yeah. I want to go bobsledding, but I don't think we can go bobsledding around here. Like, I don't think that happens out here.
Probably not, no. So some of the takeaways that Becca had from this date is she said, you know, 1 out of 10, this date was a 10. She can trust him completely. You know,
she's super just like giddy about Garrett.
Yeah.
Like the butterfly, like you can see it. Like she's super comfortable, just it's super cute. It was so cute.
There's no hiding her feelings for him, for sure.
None. And I thought he was super cute because you can tell, like, this is his first time just with her. You could tell he was a little nervous, almost like shy and awkward. And I don't know if it's the cameras all in his face and on top of it being the first date. Like, it was just so cute.
And she said that she can totally see him going all the way with this. So that's awesome to hear.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's giving me chills. I love them.
Yeah. I love Becca, don't get me wrong, but something that bothered me tonight that she said or that she was comparing was when she asked about Garrett's last relationship, which we found out today, huge bombshell, he was married before. So she compared it to her relationship with Ari, which kind of irked me the wrong way because I understand you were engaged to Ari and that's a commitment and you were in love with him and all that, but this guy was married to someone. Granted, they were only married for 2 months, but they were together for about 3 years before that, give or take. And I think comparing that is a little strange.
Especially, I love Becca, but what G just said, like, you're with someone for 3 years, you truly have built memories and like that love for him, and he explained it, like, was deep. And then I understand she gets like the whole breakup situation and not really knowing who you were with, I guess, but I don't think you should ever compare something that for her, in her case, was what, 2 or 3 months?
Right. Yeah.
To like, I don't know, but yeah.
It's a little strange.
Yeah.
But the Bachelor world is strange, so.
Very true. So during that date, they flashed to the hotel where all the guys are at.
Yeah.
And they were having the funniest conversation. Like,
I can't.
I mean, the conversations that these men have. Lincoln's talking about how the world is flat and how one day it's gonna be around Earth.
I'm like, what do you mean it can change?
Like,
why are you saying it's flat now? Like,
I don't know where.
and he goes, well, if it's round, where are the oceans? How are they not falling out or
I'm
something?
like, buddy, gravity. What? I don't know.
Okay, Lincoln. So now we go to the group date, which was the biggest group date so far. There was 13 guys in this group date, and I feel like she was living out some little fantasy with this lumberjack thing. I don't know. It was so adorable though. Like, they all looked cute in their little flannels, and they were all chopping wood. So they were split into 2 teams, a red and a blue team, and they did like this little obstacle course kind of thing to, I don't know, chop wood and pick up wood and whatever.
Climb
wood.
Pole wood.
Yeah. So at the end, it was John and Blake climbing the wood.
I was in shock with John.
Yeah.
Because some of the guys show off their beefiness and their muscle, like Colton, Lincoln are like these jacked guys, but John is like your average looking, like in shape, but he really surprised me. And for those who don't know who John is, because he's kind of been
in the background a little bit.
Yeah.
He got his like time to shine.
And he did.
Yeah. And there was like this lumberjack trophy thing, and Becca handed that to him. So I think it really made him feel good and like reassured their relationship. It definitely got Becca's attention, which is awesome.
I'm happy he got something.
Yeah. So now we're at the night part of the group date, and Jason pulls Becca away first, and they start kissing, and Becca's like really swooning over him. She was like, oh my God, he's such a good kisser. And you can like feel the chemistry with them now. Like this last like 2 weeks now, he's been really shining.
Yeah, for sure. So then of course you have Jordan, right? So the camera's like kind of in and out of the guys and the one-on-ones with Becca, and Jordan strips down to his golden shorts. And the most awkward part of the whole night was he like leans in to kiss Becca. Did he kiss her?
Yeah.
And the cameraman zoomed in on his butt, on him, these super tight golden shorts. I'm sorry. No, Jordan, I'm sorry. You're a face model.
Not a butt model.
Awkward.
Put the golden shorts to rest.
Away.
She sees that you appreciate the gift. Now they're gone.
Yeah.
So now we start to see some of the other guys, not just David, get annoyed with Jordan. And Colton is so annoyed. And I don't know if anyone else notices this, but like sometimes when Colton speaks, he has like this weird smile, like smirk the whole time. Even if he's saying something like negative, it's just like, I don't know, like freaks me out.
I don't like Jordan.
He's like, yeah, and I can't even do it. Like, it's so weird. But yeah, Colton definitely is not on Jordan's side. No.
Yeah, Colton called Jordan out and was like, you're a clown.
So, now.
Things turned ugly.
Yeah. I was so annoyed by this because he was someone that from the beginning we really liked and we thought was a good guy, and he really disappointed us.
Really disappointed us.
Really, really. Jean Blanc. He was one of our favorites from the beginning.
Right.
He was a Boston boy. We were all like for him. When him and Becca were talking one-on-one, it started out really, really cute. He actually gave her a perfume that was personalized that said Mrs. Becca Blanc.
So cute.
So adorable. And then his time got cut short by Leo.
So once he got cut off with Leo, after a couple minutes, he had the itch of having to go back to Becca, confess his love to her and how he's falling in love with her.
Yeah.
So he does that. And you can tell right away. Becca's like, what? Totally turned off.
Yeah, she just wasn't feeling it, you know?
Right, and she's like, how is someone saying this to me on week 4? Like, we haven't even had a one-on-one, like, not that much time to be saying that.
Yeah.
And I get it. I that's a little much.
Yeah.
And then proceeds to say, hey, you know what? Make the really difficult decision of letting him go. Which I totally respect. Don't waste his time. If you're not feeling it, don't waste his time.
Yeah, and we were feeling really bad for him at that point. So then he asks, can you walk me out? And she's like, of course. So they start to walk out, and right before they go to the doors, he was like, well, what about my gift? And she was like, oh, do you want it back? Like, I really appreciated that. And, she's being very, very sweet. And then suddenly, as they're walking out, he was like, oh, well, I didn't really mean that. And she's like, well, what
I
do
just
you
wanted
mean?
to tell you what you wanted to hear.
What?
Who says that?
Like, so awful. Like, we both were like, what just happened? Like, and we felt so bad for Becca. Like, you could tell in that moment, she was just like, crushed. Even though she was sending him home, but to know that someone was lying to her and deceiving her and just doing something because they thought that she wanted it was really hurtful.
To just be on TV. Why say that on TV?
Yeah. Like, he's about to leave. Like, you could have left it at that, but no, he had to say, you know what? I was just lying. I mean, see you later. Bye.
Bye.
So after that happens, Becca goes back into the house and she's very distraught. She goes to the guys and is just like, listen, I will see you at the rose ceremony. Like, I'm done with this. Like, I need to go home. And she was really hurt by that situation. You know, it really took a toll on her knowing that someone was deceiving her and only doing things because he thought that that's what she wanted to hear and not because that's what he actually felt in that moment.
Yep.
Also, side note, I noticed when Becca was saying bye to everyone before she went back to her room, Blake's hand was like in bandages and all bruised. Like, did we know about that?
From
Like,
the lumberjack day, probably.
I don't know, but like I feel like no one addressed that. So, like, what happened to your hand?
Right, what happened? Let us know, please.
Thanks. I thought it was really mature of the guys and how they reacted to Becca getting hurt. They all really seemed like they were affected by it too, which they should be if they care about her.
Right.
And Leo always coming in with those wise comments. Love him. He's
I love
hilarious.
Leo. So for the third date of the night, it was the second one-on-one, and it was with Becca and Wills, who we haven't had a ton of camera time to like kind of get to know.
Yeah.
He was super cute. So it was, their date started with snowmobiling, and like watching him truck through the snow was so funny, so goofy.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt bad because Becca from the beginning of this date was really off. She was just so thrown off by what John did the night before.
Yeah.
And what was super sweet about Wills is like he read that. Like he read her body language and was like, yo, like I'm here. I've been through that. Like that sucks. Like, and I'm not here to play that game. Like I want to be your partner. Like I'm gonna be here for you.
Yeah.
And it just, her whole vibe turned around, and like, I don't know, he was just genuine.
He was so sweet throughout the whole entire date. He was really supporting her. Even when they were snowmobiling, she was like, you know, I want to go slow at first. And he was like, okay. And they sped up and they were having a ball. And when they were sitting there, like just overlooking the landscape, you know, they were so adorable. They had good conversation. He really seemed to make her feel comfortable, and everything seemed so natural.
He seemed
with
to
them.
really just be into Becca, not to be on TV, none of that.
Yeah.
Just for her.
Yeah. And I was so happy that he could bring her out of that slump and make her laugh and make her feel better.
Yeah.
Because she deserves that. And again, not to say something negative about Becca, because we love her, but going back to what we said before about the whole Garrett's past relationship and her referring to Ari again, she did the same thing with Wills, where she asked him, you know, what was the last relationship you've been in? And he said that it was, I believe, for 3 years, and you know, it was a really hard breakup, and she compared it to Ari again. And it was just, I don't know, it was kind of weird, where he's, you know, saying, you know, we talked about getting married and kids and all this, which I'm sure she did with Ari, but the amount of time just doesn't compare. Right. So I think she could stop talking about the whole Ari situation and, you know, just try to focus on the guy. Yeah.
I agree.
But Becca was really happy with the end of that date. She said, you know, you're such a stand-up guy, and that was so sweet that she could see like how genuine he really was.
It was so cute too, because at the end of the whole date, Wills was like, this was like the best day of my life. Yeah. And then he was like, wait, no, I hope it's not the best day, because it just, what he was insinuating was like, you know, he wants to be there at the end with her, and it was just so cute.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah, we really like him.
So then we proceeded to the rose ceremony. Becca did not want a cocktail hour. She knew what she wanted. No time for any of the guys to kind of like win her over. And she was just, the whole week with Jean Blanc just threw her off. So we went straight to the rose ceremony. And so we had 2 guys go home this week. We had
Christian
and Nick. See you later. Or not. So that was the recap for episode 4. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as we did.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you can see every time we upload a new video.
Please comment on what you guys thought about tonight's episode.
Yes.
Like specifically Jean Blanc. I want to know what everyone thinks about that.
Yeah.
I need people to just not be fake, live your true self, and just be genuine. Like,
yeah.
You know?
No fakes here. We don't want them. Hashtag no filter.
No filter. I hope you guys enjoyed our recap, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
We just want to give a quick shout out to the Bachelor Insider and say thank you for featuring our recaps on your videos.
Yes.
And they're now doing a call for all Bachelorette fans, and they're doing fan takeover videos. So make sure you check them out and subscribe to them. And make sure you share your recap videos with the Bachelor Insider, and maybe you'll be featured on their next video.
And
wait, let's
action.
like completely start over.